widow's son, and it is found in the book of Luke chapter 7 verse 11 to 16. And kindly, before we start our lesson, ensure that you have a pen, a Bible and a notebook. On our previous lesson, we learned about showing gratitude to God, and we discussed about the one leper who went to thank Jesus. I also gave you some examples of young children like you who are showing gratitude to their seniors, their friends and others. Now, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to recognize God's power over death, and you should believe in resurrection. Now, Jesus Christ loves every one of us, and here comes a widow of Nain, whereby this widow had only one son. This son became sick and he was dead. And after being dead, the widow was not good. He was so sad. She was so sad because of her son being dead. So when God was passing by, he saw people mourning. After seeing those people mourning, he was pity for them. So Jesus went where the widow was and asked him, "Why do you cry?" Then the widow said, "I lost my son, he's dead." Now Jesus told the widow that, "Don't cry anymore." And Jesus told the son that, "Wake up." And that son immediately woke up from death. And everybody was trembling. Everybody was afraid of the dead person coming back to death. Now, what do we learn from the lesson? We learn that God has power over death. And even if you die, there is one day that you will resurrect. So, up to there, learners, here is some questions for you, whereby I'm going to leave you two questions. The first question, how did Jesus show his mercy to the widow? Then the last question, retell the story of how Jesus raised the widow's son. And that marks the end of our lesson until the next lesson, whereby we will discuss about depending on God in our challenges. Thank you and goodbye for now.
Subscribe for more videos. Like this video if you learned something. Please don't forget to share.